All right, let's take a look at problem number 3. Here's our formula. All right, so the only number they give us actually is 100. They say 100 watts. We know that is a unit for luminosity. And then they say to have the same apparent brightness as the star above. What was the apparent brightness we used for the last problem? 2.7 times 10 to the negative 8th. So I'm going to replace the b with 2.7 times 10 to the negative 8th. And then it says how far away would it have to be. That means you're going to solve for just your distance. All right, the first thing I like to do is combine 4 and pi. So if you go to your Desmos, you can just do 4 times pi, and that'll give you 12.57. All right, so I rewrite everything. 2.7 times 10 to the negative 8th equals 100 over 12.57. And then that's combined with d squared. All right, from there you got to cross multiply. All right, so you do 2.7 times 10 to the negative 8th times 12.57. Which I'll put in parentheses, times our 12.57 d squared equals 1 times 100, which is just 100. All right, from there, we want to get rid of this 2.7 times 10 to the negative 8th, so we have to divide both sides by 2.7 times 10 to the negative 8th. Whatever you do on the left side, you must do on the right side. So we got to do 100 divided by 2.7 times 10 to the negative 8th. So let's go to Desmos. So I do 100 divided by 2.7 times 10 to the negative 8th. So I'm going to put that in parentheses. 2.7 times 10 to the negative 8. And that gives us 3.70. So we'll just call it 3.7 times 10 to the 9th. 3.7 times 10 to the 9th equals 12.57 d squared. How do we get d squared by itself? We divide both sides by 12.57. Whatever you do on the left, you must do on the right. So now we do 3.7 times 10 to the 9th divided by 12.57. So that was 3.7 times 10 to the 9th. Touch to the right of the 9, put that. Divided by, I think it was just 12.57. That's correct. 12.57. And that gives us this big number right here. All right, so how do we even do scientific notation in the first place? That's technically a 2.94 times 10 to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th. 2.94. You can write out that whole number. That's actually fine with me if you want. But I think it was times 10 to the 8th. Let me count it real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that is correct. Okay. Or you can write out the whole number. Either way, your answer will be a little bit off. If you don't know how to convert it to scientific notation, no big deal. Just write out the number. So that's what we have on the right side, and then we have d squared on the left. D is not by itself. In order to get rid of that square, you do the square root. Whatever you do on the left side, you must do on the right side. All right, these cancel each other out, and you get d equals the square root of 2.94 times 10 to the 8th, which you hit the square root button, and you do 2.94 times 10 to the 8th, and that gives you 17,146.43. 17,146.43. 17,146.43. What units do we use with distance? We would use meters. You circle your answer, and then